All right, Coach, why don't you give us some opening statements about this game with Bellarmine?
Well, I thought it was a tremendous basketball game, and in many areas played extremely well by both teams, really hard. I was so proud of our guys, how hard they played, and they left it all on the floor. We just played an outstanding basketball team that's very experienced and executed to the highest level, and every time if we did make a mistake, they took full advantage of it. So a tough loss, but a learning experience for our young team.
Questions?
Yeah, Coach, a lot goes into scouting. I know you guys spend a lot of time scouting and preparing. Did they come out and show you something you weren't expecting, or did it come down to execution?
No, we were very prepared for them. I thought their pressure speeded us up in the first half and got us out of sync offensively, which resulted in 9 turnovers. In the second half, we were much better, and of course, we only lost by 1 in the second half. But nothing we didn't expect, and we just didn't react properly to it. Their pressure really got us going and resulted in a lot of turnovers.
You've got games tomorrow and plenty more coming up the rest of the season.
Sure.
But what do you take away from this one, knowing that you obviously wanted to win, and it would have been a big win? It's a big win for either team.
Right.
But what do you take away going forward?
Well, it's a great experience for our players to be in this type of game this early in the season, because if you make a mistake, it gets exposed. So we can learn a lot about ourselves. And it also, Bellarmine is historically been one of the teams that always goes to the Elite Eight. So we know now, again, it's a lesson for this team, how you have to play in order to play at that level. And I think our team's there. I think the difference in this game was mental mistakes on our part. They didn't make many, and we made a lot. And so I think there's a lot, we have time to learn and look at the film. We're going to see a lot of areas that we can improve on.
Coach, they seem to take you out of your game a little bit. I mean, you like to be an up and down team. You came into this game second in the nation in scoring, and you finished with 69 points. So they really took you out of your game. Talk about that.
Well, I think better than take us out of our game, they controlled the tempo. And they did it by, that is their style. They want to work 30 seconds off shot clock every single possession. We wanted to speed it up, but we were concerned that their skill level, once we started trapping and their coaching, they're very well schooled in how to beat traps and different things that you do to speed a game up, would result in a lot of easy baskets for that team. So we're not afraid, even though we score a lot of points, we don't mind playing a slower tempo. Would we prefer a faster one? Absolutely. But I think the one thing about our team, we can pretty much play at any tempo. As slow as it was, and certainly not what we used to, we still had, until about the 4-minute mark, we really had a chance to win the game. But we wanted to speed it up, but we were just honestly very concerned about their ability and their attack of our things we do defensively to speed things up. So we decided not to do that as much as normal.
They seemed to defend the 3 pretty well too. I mean,
yes.
Sawyer hit the first one right out of the blocks, and then they were on him like glue the rest of the game.
Right. I thought the first half we missed some really good looks that we normally make. But they're a very good defensive team. I think that's an area we've talked about. We know we have to improve on, and they gave us a good lesson in that today. They're an outstanding defensive team. But the tempo was a big factor. That's exactly where they wanted it. And that was a case of 34 seconds or 30 seconds off the shot clock every single possession. And that was why I was really proud of our comeback. We had just almost had a chance to do it because you don't want to get behind these guys. They're going to work the clock, and the game can go pretty fast.
Yeah, they hit some big shots in the second half when you guys were trying to chip away that just really made it difficult.
Right.
How about just a comment today about the competitiveness of this tournament? I mean, the first game was down to a 1-possession game, and you came within 2 possessions of pulling it off. So talk about the nature of this tournament.
Well, we're really happy we were able to get the quality teams that we got. We really appreciate our friend at Lynn, Coach Price, and his group for coming down and sharing this with us, and happy he got a win. We're going to continue to look nationally. It's going to be a challenge. I mean, a lot of people, especially love coming to Miami. When you have teams of this caliber, not everybody wants to play. So we're going to continue to try to bring in top teams, because I think it's a wonderful thing. I was really impressed with our attendance today, considering our students are gone for the holidays. The town really turned out when there's a lot to do, and that's a compliment to our players and what they've been able to achieve.
Coach, any other closing thoughts today, or what you tell your team to move on from here and just get ready tomorrow?
Right. We talked about short memory, learn, but we don't even have time to learn. We got to put it away and get ready to play tomorrow. And then next week, when we have a moment, we'll try to learn a little bit from the game. But a great experience. No question, Bellarmine deserves our number 3 rank, and no doubt we're still a top 10, top 15 team. And both of us have a lot of improving to do as we move forward.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.